Om Namah Shivaya. This is Tiruvannamalai Hills. It's a very powerful Shiva Kshetram. This is our project. There will be a huge Vanalingam, which is the lingam itself is about 13 feet. And this Shiva Lingam will be on an Avadayar, which is the base. And then that's about 7 feet, and the whole Shivalingam, 13 feet Shivalingam with 4 feet inside the Avadayar, will be on an Atharapeetam of about 1 foot. So the entire Shivalingam, the 16 feet of Shivalingam, will be on a concrete pedestal of a total of 13 feet. And this 9 feet structure on the 14 feet pedestal will be the Dhyana Mandapam, meditation. So on top of which the Shivalingam will be done Pratisthapana. So total height from the ground level to the top of the Shivalingam will be 29 feet. So that's the first aspect. The little Shivalingams that you see, if you can follow my arrow, so there'll be 108 of these Vanalingams surrounding a huge Shivalingam in the middle. Why do we do this? Why are we doing this? Because this is a huge project involving a lot of money. So why we are doing this? Well, number one, Vanalingam, which are made from a very special stone that's available only in a very limited area, about 50-mile radius near Omkareshwar, where Adi Shankaracharya went to meet his guru, Govinda Bhagavad Padacharya. Now, these Vanalingams are made out of the stones in river Narmada bed, like I mentioned. And there also, these are talked about in Skanda Purana and Vayu Purana. So in both these Puranas, they have sung the glory of this Vanalingam, or the lingams made out of this special Narmada stone. So there is a saying in Hindi around that area, Narmada ke har har kankar mein ute hara hara shankar. Which means in every piece of stone in there is Shiva resides in the stone. Now, what is the geological facts behind this? So 14 million years ago, there was a huge meteorite that crashed into that area where these stones are found now. Now, these meteorites, when they come down, you may have seen, we call them in Tamil Eri Natchatram, or the burning star. So these are meteorites, but this was a huge meteorite. When they come, and these huge meteorites from outer space, when they enter the atmosphere, because of the heat and the friction, they come down as a burning fireball, like a burning missile. And they crash into the earth with a heavy force, and they literally pierce the earth and go in. So when this meteorite came and pierced the earth and went in, the heat of the meteorite plus the mineral structure of the meteorite and the crystal structures of the meteorite from outer space amalgamated with the minerals of the earth. Because of the heat, it got amalgamated and formed an extraordinary crystalline structure. Now, I'll just explain to you what this crystalline structure is. What you see in the screen are the actual Shivalingams made from these stones. So the crystalline structure of these Shivalingams is called, first crystal is called cryptocrystalline quartz. And then the other crystal is a gemstone called chalcedony, along with two other materials called basalt and agate. So this cryptocrystalline quartz, chalcedony, basalt and agate is the total combination of the amalgamated Vanalingam stone. These are the actual crystals that I mentioned. So this is separately cryptocrystalline quartz, what you see on the first left side. What you see on the right side is basalt. And then below these three, the three is chalcedony, and then one on the right is agate. So these are separate. These are the actual crystals. Now, the Vanalingam stone is an amalgamation of all this. That's why I showed you this picture. You would see all these colors, all these structures in these Shivalingams. These are the Vanalingams that are coming to our ashram. These are some of the Vanalingam out of the 108. I just picked up to show you. These are already ready and done. So this is why this is so special. These are actually the 108 Shivalingams. These are the different Banalingams, different shapes and sizes. And then people ask me, why oval shape? Now, make a long story short, after many researchers and sending many satellites and Hubble telescopes, and then using a technology called Wilkinson microwave anisotropy probes, they finally stitched together. A picture was stitched together of the universe. This is a picture of universe you see on the right side. On the left side, you see our Shivalingam. So this is the concept. It is Lord Paratpara Parameshwara who manifested as the cosmos, which is the shape of a Shivalingam. Since we all cannot worship an unmanifest form, Paratpara Parameshwara, out of his Karunai, grace, Aruperinjodi, Tanipparangarunai, has given us this form manifested as a Shivalinga into the oval shape. That's as far as science is concerned. Now, in the scriptures called the Yogasara, so where it says the mere presence of a Banalingam is said to grace its environment with harmony, mental peace, prosperity, and protection, which all of us need at this time of the day. In Meru Tantra, in the 6th Prakasha, when they grade these Shivalingams made out of different materials, on top they put Banalingam. All the way at the top. Banalingam is not gold, it's not mercury, it's not silver, it's not blue diamond. A very simple Banalingam of the special crystalline structure is right on top in the hierarchy of the power of the Banalingam. So that's why some of the Shastras proclaim worshipping one Banalingam is equivalent to worshipping thousands of other Shivalingams made out of other materials. Not only that, when you do a parikrama around this huge Banalingam, you're not only doing one parikrama of the big Banalingam, but you're also going around 108 smaller Banalingams. Now you're just not doing parikrama. We call it mantra march from the Shaiva tradition, Shaiva Siddhanta tradition. You'll get a Mula mantra. So chanting these when you walk around these 108 Banalingams and then one huge Shivalingam. What I call the result is you get the benefits of Adi Bhautika, Adi Dhaivika, Adhyatmika. What is Adi Bhautika? You had a good walk around this 108 Shivalingam, that's your physical exercise, your body. Adi Bhautika, your health is taken care of. What is Adi Dhaivika? When you chant the Shiva Mula Mantra, the grace of the Devata, the greatest of all Devatas, there's no other Lord over him to lord him over. So he is the Lord. So you get his grace, Adi Dhaivika. When you get his grace, Adhyatmika, your spiritual progress, it just skyrockets. So to realize the Shivasam. Therefore, coming around this entire 108 Shivalingam plus one in the middle will accomplish all the purposes for the devotees. So that's why many of us have committed a lot of time and money to do this, because this is not for me, not for you, not for anybody. This is for everybody. And not only of this present generation, but for generations to come. The most important thing, when we install this, which is planning to do during the Mahadipam, which is around November 19th of this year, that's when we are planning to do the inauguration. We look forward to all your support, and please join us in this great venture for humanity. This is not for any individual. This is for humanity of not only of the current generations, but for generations to come. This is the only legacy that is going to live. Any legacy that you leave is not going to live. The only legacy, your name will live through these divine projects, Like I said, Rajaraja Cholan, his palace is not there. We don't even know where he was buried. But the temple that he built is still there, calling out his name. So all of you be part of this. Om Sivoham.